1. Breathe to anchor. The mind. One of the most practical ways to find calm during stressful moments is through mindful breathing. In Buddhist teachings, the breath is seen as an anchor, something that gently brings you back to the present moment when your thoughts begin to scatter. When life feels overwhelming or emotions rise quickly, a simple pause to take a slow, steady breath can make a real difference. Breathing helps create a small space between you and your reactions. Often stress causes the mind to race, and in that state it is easy to respond with frustration or impatience. By slowing down and focusing on your breath, you give yourself time to reflect before acting. This leads to more thoughtful and balanced choices. Breathing mindfully is not complicated. You can simply notice the air moving in and out, allowing the rhythm to calm both the body and the mind. Some people like to silently say to themselves, "Breathing in, I relax. Breathing out, I release." These small reminders help bring awareness back to the moment. With practice, mindful breathing becomes a natural tool for steadying yourself. It is a quiet way to regain focus, reduce stress, and face challenges with greater clarity. 2. Reframe negative thoughts into positive perspectives. Negative thoughts are a natural part of life, and everyone experiences them from time to time. What truly matters is how we choose to respond to them. In Buddhist teachings, the mind is often compared to a garden. If we nurture it with positive and constructive thoughts, it flourishes with peace and clarity. But if we let negative thoughts take root and spread, they can cloud our outlook and increase stress. Reframing is a practice that helps us look at challenges from a different perspective. Instead of saying, "This is a failure" or "This is terrible," you can ask yourself, "What can I learn here?" Or "How can this situation help me grow?" This shift in thinking allows us to see possibilities where we once saw problems. It is important to note that reframing does not mean ignoring difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. Rather, it means acknowledging the situation while looking for what can be gained from it. Over time, this practice strengthens the mind and makes it more resilient. By gently guiding your thoughts in this way, you begin to see challenges as teachers. This brings more balance, optimism, and calm into daily life. Practice emotional detachment. Life often brings situations that test our emotions, whether through conflict, disappointment, or daily stress. When we react immediately to these emotions, we may feel pulled in many directions and lose our sense of peace. In Buddhist practice, emotional detachment is a way to observe emotions without being controlled by them. Detachment does not mean becoming cold or uncaring. Instead, it means creating a little distance so you can notice what you are feeling without letting it dictate your actions. For example, if anger arises, you simply acknowledge it. This is anger. By naming it, you bring awareness to the moment. From there, you can choose how to respond rather than reacting on impulse. Think of emotions like waves in the ocean. They rise, grow stronger, and then fade away. Emotional detachment is like anchoring yourself, so you do not get carried away by each wave. This steadiness allows for clearer thinking and wiser decisions. With regular practice, you begin to see that emotions are temporary experiences, not permanent truths. By observing them calmly, you protect your peace of mind and gain the ability to respond with patience and balance in any situation. Or reframe challenges as opportunities for growth. Challenges are an unavoidable part of life. At times they may feel heavy or discouraging, but the way we choose to see them shapes how we experience them. In Buddhist teachings, difficulties are not seen as obstacles meant to harm us, but as natural parts of life that can guide growth and wisdom. Reframing a challenge means shifting perspective. Instead of thinking, "This problem is holding me back," you can ask, "What lesson is hidden here?" Or "How can this help me develop patience, resilience, or understanding?" This way, the same difficulty becomes a teacher rather than a burden. Think of water flowing around a rock in a stream. The rock represents the challenge and the water represents persistence. Over time, the water finds a way forward, not by force but by steady movement. Similarly, when you face hardships with a mindset of growth, you find ways to move through them without being overwhelmed. This approach does not deny the reality of difficulties. Rather, it encourages acceptance and adaptability. By seeing challenges as opportunities to strengthen your character, you cultivate resilience and develop a sense of purpose, even in difficult times. 5. Let go of what you cannot control. Much of our stress comes from trying to control situations or outcomes that are simply beyond our influence. In Buddhist practice, peace begins when we recognize what we can change and learn to release what we cannot. Holding on too tightly to things outside our control only leads to frustration and exhaustion. Letting go does not mean ignoring difficulties or giving up. Instead, it means choosing to focus your time and energy where it can truly make a difference. For example, you cannot control another person's opinion, but you can choose how you respond to it. You cannot change unexpected events, but you can decide how you adapt to them. A helpful practice is to pause and ask yourself, is this something within my control? If the answer is no, remind yourself that letting go is the wiser path. This simple reflection helps prevent unnecessary stress and creates more space for calm. By practicing acceptance, you allow yourself to move forward with clarity. You stop carrying the weight of things that are not yours to hold. In this way, letting go becomes a step toward inner balance and a more peaceful outlook on life. 6. Cultivate gratitude in daily life. Gratitude is a simple yet powerful practice that can shift the way we experience life. In Buddhist teachings, it is not limited to giving thanks for the obvious blessings, but extends to appreciating each moment, whether pleasant or challenging. By learning to notice what is present, rather than focusing only on what is missing, we nurture a more balanced and content state of mind. Practicing gratitude does not mean ignoring difficulties. Instead, it helps us recognize that even challenges can carry lessons. For example, a difficult day at work might also teach patience or resilience. When we look at life this way, we find value in experiences that we might otherwise overlook. A practical way to develop gratitude is to keep a small daily habit. You can write down a few things you appreciate each day, such as a kind word, a warm meal, or a moment of rest. Over time, this simple reflection trains the mind to notice more of the positive aspects of life. By cultivating gratitude regularly, we develop a mindset that is less focused on what is lacking and more attuned to what is already present. This shift supports inner calm, clarity, and greater well-being. 7. Surround yourself with supportive energy. The people and environments we spend time with have a strong influence on how we think and feel. In Buddhist practice, it is often advised to be mindful of the company we keep, since the attitudes and behaviors of those around us can either support our peace of mind or disturb it. Supportive energy does not only come from friends or family who encourage us, but also from the environments we choose, our workplaces, homes, and even the media we consume. When we spend more time with people who are kind, thoughtful, and uplifting, their presence helps us stay steady and positive. In the same way, creating a calm and organized space can reduce unnecessary stress and bring clarity to the mind. This does not mean avoiding everyone who struggles or has negativity. At times, it may not even be possible. Instead, it is about setting healthy boundaries so that others' emotions or behaviors do not take away your balance. Alongside this, it is equally important to contribute supportive energy yourself. By practicing patience, kindness, and respect, you help build relationships that are mutually strengthening. Together, these choices create a circle of connection that nurtures peace and growth.